Welcome back.
Stinky Bobby.
Oh,
Stinky puppy.
very much a stinky puppy in this household. But hello, we are back.
Stinky puppy.
We are alive. Welcome back to our podcast. It's been a minute.
Yes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the stew. Also, otherwise known as our bedroom.
Yep. Right in our bed.
Yep.
Where the magic happens.
You know, it sure is.
Yeah.
That's how magical it is. I can't even talk. It's just so good.
We are back,
Fireworks.
guys. We are officially back.
Yep. Better than ever.
I don't know about that, but
I don't know about that either. But I do have intentions for better than ever, because I had some pretty high YouTube goals set for this year, but we just like totally flopped it.
yeah.
Just because.
You can't blame us. We went through so much change within such little time.
Yeah,
And I mean, we put ourselves to like a pretty high standard when it came to social media. And yes, social media is very easy to do as far as like content wise and just that being a job in itself. But starting a career in YouTube or just social media in general is extremely hard and does take a lot of commitment from everybody. And even though I'm home and I have all the time in the world, we now have a child basically.
Yeah, we got a dog, fucking moving countries, new job for me. Like, it's just like, yeah. It's been a lot. I really hoped for more. Um, Again, I really hope for more this year.
We did
But
set those goals when we were in Alaska though before knowing
yeah,
any of this was going to happen.
I didn't realize the drastic amounts of things that would be happening this first half of the year.
Yeah.
But now that we're finally settling back in, after, of course, some of you guys know I was just on TDY for this month of July. So yeah, settling back in. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably not like a great thing to say, but I mean, I've been at work all of 2 days this week, and I already don't want to come back ever. I don't know. Today is one of those days where, yes, I am very, very appreciative of the Air Force and the opportunities I've been afforded. But today is just one of those days that makes me want to say, I'm not going past this tour in Italy. Like, I want to get out. Today, my choice is I want to get out after finishing my time in Italy. But hopefully by the end of tomorrow, I'm a little bit more positive about the Air Force thing. It's just like, ugh, guys. It's just like the ticky tacky, you know, Air Force military bullshit. And some people are just weird, man. Some people are just weird, and it irks me. And it's nothing against them. Like, I'm not going to sit up there and say I hate these people. It's just like, they're not my kind of people, and it's not my vibe. And having to work with them day in and day out, and then once you have an extended amount of time sitting there and just listening, and then you realize how just not your people they are, today just turned me off completely. I want to get out. Today I want to get out. I don't want to do this anymore. So today I'm mentally locked back into let's fucking go with this YouTube social media bullshit so that we can get the fuck out of here at the beginning of 2028, because I'm done. Today I submit my 2 weeks. I'm over it. Yeah, it's just been that kind of day. How's your day been? How's your week? Excuse me.
Sorry. My mouth was full of water. I mean, yeah.
What?
It's been the same. I mean, my schedule hasn't really changed much compared to any other time that we talk about our daily things in previous podcasts.
Yeah, it has. Your daily looks a lot different than what it did before I
Well,
left.
I guess it's a little bit different. My days still revolve around Sky, obviously, but while he was gone, I committed myself to the gym a little more seriously. So now I attend classes throughout the week. I was attending class every day, but that was only because I had the car. I had free will to do whatever I want at that time. But now that he's back home, we compromised and we said I'll go to classes 3 days a week and then he can come home for the other two. Because that was my big thing is that he comes home for lunch and my classes are during his lunch. So I didn't want to take away from that because that's the whole point of why we wanted him to come home. So like we get at least an extra hour and a half with him.
Yep.
So we just said I'll go to one of the classes that I was attending and then I'll do the other on my own time at the gym.
Yep. Initially, it wasn't so much of a we said or compromise. It was more so me saying or me telling her, "You're not
Oh,
stopping," because
yeah.
I've been advocating for her to. I mean, it. We all kind of know. I mean, at least if you've been watching and tracking this for a while, that I mean, she's had more of like a, I guess, a disciplinary struggle with the gym than I have. And earlier, a few months ago, she started doing that 75 hard, aka the 75. I don't even want to call it medium anymore. That was more like a 75 super duper soft,
It was a
like
75 medium the first 2 weeks that I was doing it.
like a like an extra soft Charmin toilet paper 75.
Oh my goodness. No, it was a 75 medium the
Yes.
first 2 weeks that I started. I was doing good.
Yeah, no.
But then we got Sky.
Yeah, but then we got Sky, and then things went off the rails from there. But other than that, I mean, that's just been her her general struggle is just like sticking to it, and then uh, I my brain last week was it last week? I think so. She had me buy this $10 little like uh weight thing, weight thing. What's the
What?
word? The thing they use to weigh your food.
Oh, the food scale?
Yes, she made me buy a scale. So now, because obviously she's taking it serious now. A little bit ago, she just said she's taking it a little more serious. No, she's taking it super serious, and I'm all for it. I bought her the food scale. She's like weighing grams and calculating the calories on some app. She's doing her classes, and that's all I care about. Initially, she was saying, "Oh, well, when you get back," like she was trying to squeeze her way out of it.
I really didn't want to go out of it. I just like I mean, the extra hour and a half is an hour and a half extra that we get with you. So
Yeah.
I was like, you know what?
But you didn't even think about, oh, let's do like every other day. No, you just said, well, it's not possible, period. And then you just kind of gave up. And I was like,
Well,
no,
I
no,
just said
no.
we'll see. Then we'll figure it out. I mean, because I was even thinking like, eh, it's he'll be fine if he just stays for lunch. It is what it is. But then when we had talked about it more, then we said we could just split it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I wasn't trying to get out of it. Like at no point was I thinking like, oh, I'm gonna use this as an excuse to just not go anymore and then I'm free. No, I definitely still wanted to go because I definitely enjoy taking classes. For one, it's just easier and motivates me more because at least I just need to show up, do what I'm told, and then I'm gonna look good if I keep going. Compared to with the gym, you gotta like figure out a routine. You don't really know like what is gonna help you in terms of like what you want your body to look like. So this just no, that's why the gym is just annoying. So I genuinely liked going to classes, and I
Yeah.
didn't want to stop going.
So yeah, for so long, like even before this year, like even in Alaska, that year and a half that she was with me, she could never really find something that like we've always gone to the gym, but she's always just come to that like standstill point where she just gets bored, I guess, and then that's where her disciplinary issues kick in because like I get bored sometimes too, but like my brain is just like I must. But no, now she found something that she really likes, and I'm happy for her that she found something that she likes and something that's doing her well, and I'm happy that she's found finally the motivation that I've been uh not seeking for you, but wanting you to seek for yourself.
Mm.
It's there. She's like I said, doing the food calculations, which by the way I find ridiculous. All right, I like in the vlog from yesterday. Uh, you see her calculating her food, and I'm there like ridiculing her, and like yeah, I do it as a joke, but also I genuinely think it looked because you're there like yeah you're about to eat but then now you're doing all this like button pressing and weighing and I'm like oh my god it looks stupid but like I get the point if it's making her happy and you know helping her on her journey to look good I'm all for it that's why I bought it that's why I pushed so hard to keep going with the classes she gave up the what was it spinning classes
Yeah.
yeah, so Tuesdays and Thursdays were the spinning classes, but she gave those up so that I can have the car Tuesday and Thursday in order for me to come home on the lunch break for an hour and a half like we've always done. And then Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, she'll have the car so that she can do her classes. That's the
Mm.
group exercise, like hitting whatever, hit class.
Hitting. Yeah, we're hitting.
Because I keep wanting to say hit and kick, but I've never heard you once talk about, oh yeah, we started kicking shit today. So
Nope.
yeah,
It's just a hit.
yeah, it's
Which
just a hit
is
class.
a high intensity interval training.
Yes. So she's doing that, and I'm happy for you. Happy that you found your thing. And then, yeah,
Bushy here.
Tuesday and Thursday she'll still go to the gym, just later with me, but she'll do like a because
I did spin on Tuesday
yeah
this week by
while I
myself.
was hitting weights, she would just went into the spin room by herself and like put on a YouTube video.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, things are. I think we're gonna.
We're finally doing it, guys.
Yeah, we're finally
The 100th time that we've said we were committing to the gym. But right now, there's not really much in the way to
there's nothing in the way.
there's nothing there
There's
that
nothing
could
in the way.
really stop us from going. At that point, it's just on us
Yeah,
and committing our time.
yeah. Sky is finally like he's
God, it stinks in here. He farted.
this guy's he just hit 4 months not too long ago. We have him on a good schedule that it's just like now we know our windows that are open throughout the day, especially throughout the week, and by the time I get home. So like yeah, it's finally happening. I know that before I left on TDY I kept talking about you know, let's go to the gym and shit and like I did say it in the vlog yesterday, but I'll say it again. Uh no, I did work out while I was away. I did work out. I bought a resistance band. It's somewhere over there on the other side of the room. So I was doing workouts, just nothing for leg day because I didn't particularly have anything that I thought of at least for that. And there
There
was
was
no
no
gym.
gym.
Yeah, that was the number one thing, which is why I bought a resistance band so I can like make do with something. But yeah, there was no gym in the hotel. I didn't do any cardio either. Because my knee's been fucked up, and again, no gym, so it's not like there was uh elliptical bike or there was nothing I could do on that front. At least nothing that I cared to find out about. So you know, I did my biceps, hit triceps, hit shoulders, did a million bajillion push-ups to get the chest pump going, and oh, I did stuff for my back as well. So like I did things while I was away, just not in totality like I would have liked. But this week we are back in the gym. We're doing good. And yeah, good times. Good times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's been how things have gone the past month. Which is, we didn't exactly make this clear, but the whole reason why we weren't doing the whole podcast thing was because he was on TDY. If
Yes.
that wasn't obvious.
Yeah, if that wasn't obvious already.
We didn't just decide to not post. He was gone, and I'm not gonna make a podcast by myself because that
you
will
could
get
be
boring
like those
very
weirdo
quick.
like those weirdo girls. I feel like there's that one girl that you watch on YouTube where she just kind of sits there by herself.
I mean, yeah, but like those are also people who have like shit to talk about, like
You have shit to
motivational
talk.
things and like big things
You could
happening
do
in their
that.
life because they're influencers and actually have shit going on. I have the
You could
same daily routine. I don't have much to tell you other than the fact that like
yeah, but a lot of the times those girls talk about like worldly events. You could talk about shit that's going on.
maybe
Give your 2 cents on it. I mean, their opinion does not matter as much as yours does. Like just because she might have a how many subscribers does she have on there?
Plenty. I don't know.
Yeah, she has plenty,
She
but
has
like
enough.
just because she has X amount of subscribers and we don't have that many, doesn't mean that suddenly she's so much cooler. Like she just, from what I can tell, she's just up there yapping.
Yeah, I
But
guess. I
yeah,
I just don't enjoy doing them by myself, and there was just a more complicated route if we were trying to figure out how to do things through a video chat or something. And that was
yeah, it's
no,
just
that would have
awkward.
just been
I
chaos.
wouldn't like we still posted the videos obviously because that's something she can definitely
Yeah,
do.
I still vlogged. It was just the podcast that we said we were going to take a break from.
Yeah.
But this is the first week back. So
Yep.
here we are.
We're in this bitch. In the stew. In the booth.
Hmm. Anyways, today's talking
Oh shit.
topics.
I totally forgot I passed the notes over to my phone. So yeah, the first thing there was updates. Uh what else do we have to update on?
That's pretty much it. Nothing
Yeah.
major is
I mean
happening in the
Sky's doing
world.
good. We got him to do the paw thing, so now we say paw and he puts up his paw. So that's good.
Yeah.
Um he he's growing his actual teeth in, so he's been losing his baby teeth and growing his big boy teeth. But right now, like his front two teeth are the biggest ones he's got, and it just like whenever he's
Yeah.
upside down or like he slightly opens his mouth, he looks like a little bucktooth idiot.
Yeah, because they're
It's
just
so
sticking
funny.
out like over his lip a little bit.
Yeah, it's so funny. But yeah, he's handsome. He's fat and he's pudgy. He's not fat or pudgy. We just say that because like you
He's fat and pudgy.
know.
No, he's not overweight or anything though. He's
Yeah.
I mean at this point he's probably like 22 pounds, but a week or
No.
two ago he was
What?
20 or no. What did I say he
He
was?
weighed in at 25 basically. He was just
Ah,
under
yes.
25, but now he's
Just
definitely at
kidding.
25 at least.
Yeah. So, he's a big boy,
Yeah, he's
but
getting big.
he's a normal big boy.
Right now with him we're trying to work on
Socializing,
yeah,
just
socializing.
being outside.
I mean, he like it's not he does good like in an objective perspective, he's doing good as far as like the seeing other people kind of thing. It's just the part where like he's a little overexcited.
Interaction.
He's just a little overexcited. So like he kind of pisses himself sometimes.
Always.
Yeah, no,
Always.
he pisses himself every time.
Yeah, I literally the other day we went to Starbucks and I had let the lady that was right in front of him pet him because they were pretty close and he was already just getting too excited. And I cupped his wee wee because I knew it was going to happen and I felt it. I felt the pee go all over my hand, but I was like, you know what? I'd rather it be on me than on the floor or on the girl. So, yeah,
Yeah,
that's a problem that we're dealing with. But the vet said that that's just something they grow out of. It's normal. There's not really much to do.
yeah. You could put a diaper on
I mean, yeah, you could do that too, but
him.
it's normal. I'll grow out of
Yeah.
it eventually.
Um. Yeah, he just needs to. He's just a little puppy. Like right now, a lot of the stuff that we're dealing with is just puppy behavior. Like he's just super duper excited.
Yeah, behavior wise, he's he's pretty on top of things. Like, we don't
Yeah,
actually struggle with him like being a bad dog.
yeah. The only time that we consider him to be a quote unquote bad dog is when he gets too excited, like happy. So now he's just running all over the place, jumping on the couch, and
Yeah,
like
zoomies and
doing too
stuff.
much. Like yeah, because I get home from work and like I love him and I want to play and shit, but I want to sit down on the couch sometimes, and then he's just like, no, I want to jump all over you
Yeah.
and play. And I'm like, so yeah, it's just stuff like that. We really don't have any issues. Although if you look closely, I have a band-aid here, but it's because again, in play, none of my bite marks, at least on my body, I can't speak for her. None of the bite marks on my body are aggressive bite marks. It's all just in play. So like shit happens. I don't sit there and like smack him for it or get mad at him. It's just like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, he's doing good. Uh, let's see. Any other updates? He's fine. Gym, we're finally into it.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it on that. We're definitely one of our biggest point. Oh, yeah, I guess this counts maybe as an update. One of our biggest points of success on YouTube since we started last year has been like uploading shorts every day, and like that's been our biggest thing. And obviously, if you pay close attention to our channel at all, we have not posted a short in a long
In
time.
months, because
Yeah,
we haven't posted TikToks in about two months,
yeah,
a little bit
like
over. So it's
our
gonna be the same time frame.
our TikTok, our joint TikTok page. I mean, she posts every now and then on her personal one. I just don't even use TikTok, or like I'm just not a I'm not an Instagram poster. I'm not a TikTok poster. Every now and then I'll think of some random bullshit to just put up. I'm like, why not? But I feel like I swear this Sunday we're getting back into it. We're gonna make all the TikToks for the week.
Yeah, that's just our problem. Like we just need to sit down for like an hour and just plan things out, do the videos because it literally takes no time at all to film
Yeah,
the
no,
videos that we do. So it's not even that like it's a big thing that's like in the way that we got to free up things on our schedule. No, we can literally take like 30 minutes, record a few videos, and then we're set for the week. We
yeah,
just haven't gone to take that time.
yeah. We just haven't done it. It just keeps slipping our mind. Um, excuse me. But yeah, this Sunday, my intention is because I mean, Sunday's a rest day. We literally just get groceries and then just kind of fuck off for the rest of the day. So we can at least put aside an hour to like make TikToks and shorts for the week,
Yeah.
which we will get back to. Hopefully, we can pump those subscriber numbers back up the way that we have this past year and a half. Because I mean, we're not where we want to be right now, but we're definitely a lot farther than we probably should be as far as subscriber count. So I feel like that's a fortunate spot to be in. So yeah, we're gonna recommit to that. There was breaking news earlier in the week in our Tuesday vlog, I believe it was, that I passed over the reins to her as far as editing videos. So I guess
Yes.
that's another update ish. Um, it's just for time reasons. I mean, I enjoy editing. I hope you guys have enjoyed my editing as well for the past year and a half. But like being away on TDY and like her making videos and editing them and putting them out, I was like, I forgot that was kind of an option because I just like I was so into it. I like editing, I really do. But for time efficiency and just like spending time throughout the week, I'm gonna pass that off to her to do throughout the day because, like she said, not much to do throughout her days other than be with Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, there's just been there's too many days. Honestly, that's pretty much my that's been my Monday to Thursday.
When it comes to editing.
Yeah, when it or
Yeah.
not even
Sundays too.
most yeah, it's more like Sunday to Thursday. Because like Sundays, I'll be editing the video that we have for Tuesday, but sometimes I don't get to finish, so it kind of rolls over into Monday, and then Tuesday comes around, we have to like think of some bullshit to record or whatever, and then I start editing a bit on Tuesday. It rolls over into Wednesday. Sometimes it even rolls over into Thursday, and then that makes for a late upload. So it's just like that ends up being my whole week on top of going to work, coming home, trying to spend time with her, with Sky, taking out Sky to eat, to potty, and gym, and food. And like, yeah, it's just a lot more convenient for her to
Yeah.
do it.
Frees up a lot more time.
Yeah. And obviously, uh, she can express her creativity in editing as well, which I hope you guys enjoyed as of late. I sure have. There's still a little bit of that like uh what I did, but she just puts her own spin on it, which I like as well. So we're gonna go with that and just like have more time free for each other because I sure did miss you this past month.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna become more efficient and consistent with our shit, guys. Please
New
help
year,
me
new
break
me.
free. Yeah, like halfway through the year.
Hey, it's never too late, guys. Don't think you can't start now.
No, I think it is too late to start now. 2024 is so not our year. 2025 though.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
New year, new
I don't
us.
think there's a single person out there that is ever right. It just keeps on going.
Yeah, you just keep rolling it over to next year. But no, yeah, we're super duper locking in for real this time. Swear, guys. I today is just one of those days where I need to break free of the Air Force. I want Italy to be my last assignment. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to live a more
Take me
free.
home,
Yes.
country road.
I don't know about country, but
Somewhat, kind
take me
of,
home to
actually.
anywhere that's not the Air Force, please. Help us break free. Hashtag help us break free 2024. Like, there's so much more. There's so much more for for us in this world, and I know it. And there's so many great ideas that I have as far as like traveling and content wise that like right now just isn't super possible because of the way we live. So I want to live a more free life. That way we can bring more awesome videos to you guys, and in reality live a more fortunate lives for ourselves and for our kids and our family and friends. She might want some of this stuff selfishly, but I say a lot that I don't really want amazing fortunes for myself. I want it for everybody else around me. I just want to give. So yeah. Hashtag help us break free 2024.
For $1, you too can help us achieve our goals.
Ooh, I'm not gonna be that person though. No.
It's like I always see those TikToks where people are like, if you just Venmo me $1, I can buy this car. But then the TikToks go viral. So they have hundreds of thousands of people sending them $1, and then they got the car. Cause
I believe more than
yeah,
often than not, those might be scams.
no, it's
Because
not.
genuinely, you're really gonna go on TikTok
That's
with
the
the
same
hope.
thing. That's the same thing as when you drive around putting your cash app on the back of your car, saying just graduated or like it's my birthday, send me $1. People do it.
Well, I know people do it. It's just like
It's the same concept.
if okay, if
And it's
you
not like some stupid spam accounts either. It's literally just like stupid trends that go around and it ends up happening.
yeah, no, I might have to join one of those trends. Like the next send me money trend that comes out, I'm hopping on it, and I'm gonna. You guys might not know that I made a lot of money off of you fools on TikTok, but there will be signs. There will be signs that I made a lot of money. Just look out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh god, it's so hot under this blanket.
Yeah, why do you think I try to have the AC on?
Goodness gracious.
He turned it off.
Nice guy. Go back to sleep. Let's see. What's next here? Oh, yes, the TDY experience for the both of us. I feel like I've been doing a lot of yapping, so I'll pass it to you.
Oh, I was actually going to ask you.
Oh my god. No. I've been talking way too much.
Well, because obviously this was our first time that we've been fortunate enough that we've gotten to this point where he has not had to leave for work. So this was the first time that he had to leave for only a short amount of time, which is also great.
Not even 3 weeks. It was like 17 days.
Yeah. So this was definitely like I think the best way to ease our way into being comfortable with all this happening. Um so I was just going to ask like what were your thoughts or anything at all if you thought anything at all in terms of I don't know, relationship things or like felt thing. I don't know. I was just thinking.
Again, I've done way too much talking to start this
Well,
podcast.
I wrote this down
You
because I was gonna ask you questions.
but you talk.
Oh my goodness.
Answer those questions yourself first.
I had a great time. I'm just kidding. It was definitely not easy the first like week and a half ish of just trying to get used to doing things by myself. that's like the major thing that like kind of set me off was that I had to do everything by myself, and it's tiring and exhausting, especially when you have a puppy. Even though that was kind of the whole point, and us getting him was to keep me busy, so like I wouldn't be bored and like just sitting in my own thoughts. But at the same time, it was just so tiring, and I was so over him. Like I just didn't want to deal with Sky anymore after that first week. It was just exhausting having to do everything by yourself. But in terms of like missing you, obviously I miss you, but it
Just not a
definitely
lot.
no, I did miss you. I obviously wanted you home. I think it obviously helped knowing that like okay, he's not going to be gone for almost the whole year. So that kind of like eased my mind a bit knowing that it was going to go by fast anyways. But it just felt nice to like be independent again because obviously we only have one car here, so everything just kind of revolves around what?
See my toes. Footsies.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
For our viewers on YouTube. Um, what was I saying? Oh, we only have one car, so during the week, well, now it's a little bit different. Now that I go to classes and stuff, I have the car. But before, he would always have the car, and then he has it majority of the day. So I'm literally stuck at home for 6 days of the week, and I'm like free on the weekends when we go out and like go out to eat. Like that was literally the only time that I ever see people or anything other than my house. I'm just stuck inside because he's at work all day. He has the car, and I don't go out until the weekend. So with him being gone, it was nice to be independent again and do my things the way that I was in Alaska, where I could just get up and leave and go do something if I wanted to, compared to before. So in terms of that, it wasn't terrible. But again, obviously you're gonna miss the person, especially because it was not easy trying to do shit by myself.
Yeah.
But it was also nice just to have a little free time, I guess.
Yep. Yep. Good stuff. I had something to say, but it totally left my
See, and
brain.
this is why I ask you the questions first.
Well,
Exactly. Because you peanut brain, just forget everything.
I'm gonna fart on you. That's what I.
You
Yeah.
already farted. I heard it.
Well, I got another one for you.
um yeah, I think it helped that it was literally only 17 days. I'm pretty certain the situation will be different when it comes to anything longer or deployment, especially because by the time he probably goes on a deployment, I'll either be pregnant or already having a kid. So now that's just more on my hands with a dog. So I don't look forward to that at all.
Yeah, but the
Because I
dog
already
thing.
just was over my life with Sky after 1 week.
Yeah, the dog thing. I don't think would be such an issue later on because he'll be like, he won't be the dickhead that he is right now.
I mean, no, but then I'm still dealing again with another Sky at that point because then it's the child. And
Yeah.
that's a little bit different because at least with Sky, if I'm tired of him, I'm putting him in the playpen and I don't want to see him. But a child, I can't abandon the child.
I mean, you can. You just be a horrible mother for it.
Exactly.
And
That's
I'd have to kick you out of my house.
what I'm talking about. It's like it's easier but harder in like some ways when raising a puppy compared to a kid. Like there are some things that are definitely harder when taking care of a puppy, but then when it comes to like when you're just over it and you just need a second, at least with a dog, you can just put them away for a sec because they'll be fine.
Yeah.
I can't do that to a child. So definitely not looking forward to future situations because at that point then I really am on my what? I really am alone doing things by
Yeah.
myself
But I
now.
mean, there's always ways around it. Um, I feel like by the time, or I don't know, there's always things you can do in like a deployment scenario. I mean, they always have, programs that are based to make sure you're okay, especially as a new mother or
Oh well,
whatever. Like
yeah,
they have
duh.
things for
Like I don't
spouses
care
that are alone.
about other
But
people.
then, you know, family can always visit. I mean, you were supposed to have like friends or whatever, a friend. Like those things can happen going forward. Um, Family staying extended periods of time, especially for being there for a kid. I mean, obviously, you need a lot of help with that. Um, yeah, I mean, I I've always been pretty clear about the fact. I don't know how clear as far as on YouTube, but like definitely between her and I, and like at work, I talk a lot about how I don't care for deployments. I don't care for going on TDYs. I mean, it was kind of like a rhetorical. Do you want to go, or is that the right word?
I have no clue.
When they asked me, it wasn't so much of a choice. I was more like voluntold, but they were like, "Oh yeah, but like you can go make sure with your wife," kind of thing. Just like let her know what's happening, but like whether she says yes or no, there's kind of not really a choice. It's just kind of like a formality to let her know. um, but I mean, I wasn't like bummed out about it. Like, oh, they chose me for a TDY. I don't want to go, kind of thing. I'd much rather stay home, of course, but like I try to look at it in a positive light. Like, I literally just hit 4 years of being in the Air Force on Sunday, July 28th. And in those 4 years, I've never once been presented at all the opportunity to be on anything TDY or deployment related. So I was like, I mean, it's 17 days. I'll try to be a glass half full kind of guy. Like, no, I don't want to go. I don't really care to. It sounded like a stupid job description, anyways, and it turned out to be a fairly boring one, if I'm honest. But you know, may as well try to make the best of it. Uh, let's see. I guess what kind of questions did you have for me again?
I just thought any thoughts during this process or anything
Mm,
to shed light on. I don't know,
well,
because obviously it's a different experience.
yeah. Well, if there's for some reason any military, Air Force specifically, that are watching this, or if you're ever thinking about joining, um, I would say go on TDYs, go on deployments. I mean, me personally, I don't care to, just because me personally, I would much rather just be at home with the missus and my dog. Like, I prefer being at home. Now, you may look at me like, oh, Felipe, that's kind of a stupid mentality to have because, like, you're in the military. What do you expect? Yeah, I know. But I didn't join the military because I'm like, oh, hoorah, fucking, let's go shoot some shit. No. I joined for a fucking paycheck. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't trying to go to fucking college. I joined to just have a stable paycheck and kind of just not go to school. It's what I'm here for. It's just the truth, honestly. And like, I'm not the only one with that kind of a decision. There's a lot of people that are on the flip side of me who are not wanting to get out because they don't want to go to school, or not wanting to get out because they have nothing else to do outside of the military. Like they've just accepted their fate that they're just gonna make the 20 years and then just call it, like retire from there. But like, it's one thing to want stability and a secure, I would say the most secure job in America. And obviously it comes with good things. I mean, there's honor in serving your country, and I acknowledge that. Like, I try to take pride in it. It's just like it's not my number one priority. I'm here because I just wanted to get a head start on life, if I'm honest. Here for a paycheck. Uh, but yeah, I would suggest it. Go on TDYs. It's always a good experience, whether it's professionally or on free time, because you will have a lot of free time. So take advantage of wherever they send you. Go sightseeing or visit cities and do fun shit. Like we did escape rooms like twice in the same week. Those escape rooms, I mean, we lost by one clue both times, but it was fun. Um, I also visited. We went to go visit Vienna, Austria for a night. That was really cool. I want the whole. I just really wanted. I wish I was there with Vienna. Like that's what I'm saying. I could care less about adventuring with other people or like going on TDYs just because I'd so much rather do those things off work things with VNA traveling and that shit. Um, as far as a potential future deployment, I wouldn't be particularly. I would try my hardest to be glass half full about it, but like, oh, that's such a long time. It's so long. But the only thing that would keep me going every day is yes, I do it for my wife and the dog and potential kids at that time. But you make a lot of money in deployments,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you're married.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of would be one of my biggest driving factors because I've heard of some crazy amounts of money that people come back with that I would love to have.
Yep.
Yeah, so I would only go on deployment if I'm like gun to my head. If somebody tells me, "Hey, would you like to be deployed?" Nope, I'm good. You can miss me on that. But if for some reason, like a year from now, I get presented with another TDY that's like, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, like I might not turn it down, but like depends where it is. Because this time they didn't really, or no, they did tell me right out the gate that where I was going. But I mean, it sounded like I don't know. I'd have to think about it. But I do suggest going on TDYs and deployments. Do it all for yourself, especially if you're single. You don't got nothing to come home to. That sounds mean. I'm sorry.
In a nice way.
Yes, you don't have. How do you say that without sounding mean?
I mean, you're single. Like
You don't
it's
have anything holding you back. Nope, that sounds like an anchor.
you get the point.
Yeah. Um. Let's see. Professionally, I'm not entirely sure what I am allowed to say versus what I'm not allowed to say. So I'm gonna keep it vague just in case. But like how I alluded to earlier, uh, we would get in at 1:30, 1:45. We would our work took all of like the first hour that we were there, and then there was just a big gap of a few hours. Or let's see, we'd be done dropping this shit off around like 2:15, 2:30, and then we would wait for things to be done until like 7:30. So yeah, you do that math. There was 5 hours of nothingness, and when I say nothingness, I mean nothingness, with the exception of 2 days, which was one breaking stuff open so that we can do what we were doing at the beginning of shift, and the very last day or no, the second to last day that I worked, um, where we spent a good like hour or two cleaning up. But the other like 15 days of work, well, no, not even, because that first like half week we were there, we didn't even do any work. We were just hanging out. So starting that second week, Monday to Friday, we did work, and then Monday to Thursday this past week we did work. But yeah, um, it wasn't super eventful, guys. I'm not gonna lie. There was 5 hours every single day where it was just fuck all, nothing. I wasn't doing shit. Um, Although I will say that camp that we were at, it was like a rotational deployment spot for the U.S. Army. So we got to meet some Army folk, hang out with them a little bit. Their chow hall, they, They got some good warm food in there. And I don't know how the army paycheck stuff works as far as like deployment. I don't know. I don't know how that shit works. But all I know is that I ate for free. I ate warm, protein filled, vegetable filled. Like I had my meat, vegetables. I had a little snack every day at the end. The first day, what did they serve the first day? I don't remember. But they always had this random like delicacy, some kind of dessert that you can pick up. And I would say that pretty much all but one was trash. I did not like the delicacies. I'm not gonna lie. There was one day where there was like a chocolate like cookie thing. I don't even know how to describe it. It had like a layer of chocolate on top of the cookie, and then there was some like chocolate stuffing in the middle, and then the chocolate cookie thing again. So it was like a chocolate,
It sounds like just a cookie sandwich.
yeah, cookie sandwich, but like a chocolate cookie sandwich. It was pretty good. No, I'm lying. The stuffing in the middle was like a jam, like a strawberry type jam thing. I'm trying to remember the taste. Like the very first bite I took out of it, I was like, "This isn't good," because all I tasted was like the chocolate cookie and the chocolate cream on top. But then once I got towards the middle and I could actually like taste the jam, I was like, "This shit kind of slaps." I would give it probably like a 5.5, 6 out of 10. But everything else is like a straight one. So like that's really good in comparison to all the other snacks.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean most days they were serving a selection of either like pork or chicken. You had your stir fries or rice, or on the other side they had a bunch of like uh, pasta or spaghetti with the sauce, and like they had good warm food, protein. So yeah, I mean, eh, I was on the phone with some friends when I got back, and I told them I'd probably rate the experience probably the same thing as a cookie, like 5.5, 6 out of 10. Because like again, there was a big window of time every single day that we weren't doing shit. Like we were literally just sitting around on our phones in a building. Um, and as far as the actual work, like even then, the work that we were doing wasn't a lot. Aside from setting up our area and cleaning up, that was the most eventful it got. What we actually did as far as quote unquote work was literally just loading stuff onto the back of a semi truck, driving it to a location, putting down that stuff, and then leaving for the rest of the 5 hours until whatever was happening was done. And then we had to come clean up. That was really it. That was really it. Yeah, the work side of things not too cool. Personally, relationship wise, uh, I did miss her again. I've talked about this. I don't know if it was in a video or podcast, but I did talk about before I left on the TDY. Obviously, that as far as like traveling and just going places or like hanging out with people, I always like having Vienna around. It just makes my experience
Same.
of life better.
Same.
Like
Yes.
I in whatever video or podcast I said that in, um, I mean I've gotten shit before, from some of my friends that they're like, oh, he's whipped, he can't have a guy's night out, and it's like I can. She's had her girls' night outs, but like a lot of those girls' night out,
Which he ends up at.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. A lot of those girls' night out that she would have in Alaska, literally like halfway through the night, barely halfway through the night.
Yeah, probably an hour would go by and
Yeah,
he's already there.
an hour and a half. Either she's texting me or she calls me, and then like I can hear all the other girls screaming in the background, like, "Yeah, where's Felipe? Where's Felipe?" Or she's texting me like, "Hey, they're all wondering where you're at, so you should come out." So a lot of the times I ended up at the girls' night out because her friends like me. Obviously, she wants me to be there, but I don't wait till an hour into my boys' hangout to like start telling her to come out. I'm out the gate like, "Hey, I know it's boys' night out, or like I know X thing wants to happen, but can I bring VNA, or like I am bringing VNA, and then they're like, I'm like, okay, well, it's either a package deal or it's not. So like, pick your poison. And like most
Yeah.
of the time, she ends up being there, which good, obviously. Like she has a good time, I have a good time, everybody around us has a good time. So yeah, it was kind of like the same thing. Uh, going around Vienna, uh, going around the towns that I was in Hungary. I would just rather her be there. It would have been a lot more fun. And just like I took a lot of pictures,
Mhm.
but I was in none of those pictures. So for all you know, those pictures came from somebody fucking else. And like usually if I'm with her, we're taking pictures like, hey, proving that we were both definitely there and we were happy to be there together. So
Yeah,
like,
just sharing experiences with other people.
yeah. So and one of the Jackson, he when I was taking all the pictures around Vienna, he was like, "Dude, why don't you fucking like be in one of the pictures?" I'm like, "No, I don't like being in pictures by myself." And he was like, "Dude, just fuck." He had me. I deleted all the pictures, by the way, but like he literally took my phone. He was like, "Go stand in front of this, like this cool statue or building, I think it was." Um, and he's like, "Fucking go stand there, post up. I'll take you some pictures, and you can send it to your wife or your mom or whoever." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever." So I stood up there. I look stupid, by the way, because I'm so uncomfortable. I hate taking pictures by myself. It is the most awkward thing in the world for me. And like, fun fact, I don't think a lot of people know this, if any at all. Well, our close family and friends do, but
Mhm.
y'all on here, I was a model as a kid, so like naturally, it should just like it should just be a thing I can do. But like, I find it the most awkward thing in the world. I hate it. I hate it. Honestly, that's probably why I hate it, because I did not like my
Maybe.
experience as a child uh model. I just did not like it. I found the industry very, very rude. The way that, sometimes if, because you're just a kid, right? So sometimes your attention is going to be elsewhere, or like they want you to do a certain thing, but you're a kid, so you don't really understand. And so then they get mad at you, kind of thing. Or they
Yeah.
just force you to do things against your will. Not like in a rapey way, just like, you know,
I think the model industry is known. Like everybody kind of knows how
yeah.
that world is
Yeah,
and
it's
how
like
trashy it can get.
the same reason that a lot of adult female models, like some of them, like yeah, we look at it for the outside, like oh my god, they're so beautiful and skinny, but like dude, those girls starve their fucking selves. Are you kidding me? Like it's unhealthy what they do to their body to make it look like that way. They don't
Yeah.
eat. Um, but yeah, I didn't like my experience as a kid model, and don't get me wrong, I was bringing home some good bread, but like I didn't like it, so I quit. So that's probably why I hate it now, taking pictures at all by myself. Yeah, I deleted those pictures that Jackson took of me because I looked so horribly awkward. Because he forced me into it. So he was like, he took my phone and he told me, "Fucking go, stand in front of the shit, take the pictures." So I'm standing there like, I don't even want to do this, but jeez, terrible, terrible pictures.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, again, I would have just much rather gone to those places. Even the stupid place, even the stupid little city that I stayed at the hotel that we were in. I probably would have had thousand more times, 1,000 times more fun if she was there. Because there was a lot of moments where I was reluctant to go out and do stuff by myself because I hate being by myself. Like I can do it. I know how to be independent. I would just rather do it with my favorite person on the planet. Simp. Simp. He's whipped.
You're a huge simp.
I'm sorry, guys. What do you want me to say? I married my best friend for a reason because I can do anything and everything with her. The fuck? I feel like I look stupid going out doing shit by myself. Like that time I
Yeah,
went out to the mall by
it's not
myself for like
fun.
2 hours.
Mhm.
You know how stupid I felt walking up and down that mall? I literally just I walked longer than I should have because I was like, it's either at least be outside for a little bit by myself or eternally just be in my room forever, struggling between charging my laptop, my phone, and the phone charger brick thing that I bought. So I was getting tired of that cycle. I needed to just be out. And then that time that I went out for sushi by myself, you know how depressed I was? I'm like, ugh, I really wish she was here to eat sushi with me. I love sushi and I love her. Those are two of my favorite things in the world, and I had to do it by myself. It's criminal.
I'm sorry.
Criminal. And I don't know if the waiter guy um was gay or like just maybe that's just the way he was talking. Because he like dressed and like he seemed straight, but like his way that he was talking to me was weird. But I didn't really care that much. Um, he was just he just kept giving me so much attention because he saw me sitting inside by myself.
Yeah,
And
I
so
think you're lonely.
anytime he brought me like my sushi plate or my miso soup, the two Moscow mules that I ordered, he was like, "Here you go, gentlemen," or like just being super duper nice to me and like being super attentive to me because I'm literally sitting there like looking around,
Being all alone.
being alone, eating my sushi, and like I was having a good time. I'm like, fuck, this sushi's good, but like there's nobody sitting across from me. You know that guy was super nice. Let's see, what other alone experiences that I have? Going to the grocery store, I had to walk a lonely, horrible 10 minutes to the Lidl, the little stupid Lidl store, the most lonely walk of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what are the things that I do alone? I didn't do much alone, but the moments that I was alone, I didn't appreciate it. I didn't really like
Well, now you're home, and
it.
now
Yeah,
we are stuck together and do all the things together.
well, I wouldn't say stuck. I'm happy to be home and to be with you.
Ah, ew,
Yeah.
your hands are sweaty.
Yeah, going forward and like any other TDYs or deployment. I mean, you guys know the first year and a half of our dating relationship was literally long distance. I don't have an issue with the long distance thing. I miss her, but we know how to work through it. It's
Yeah,
just I'd much rather not.
it's not fun.
Yeah.
It gets boring
Yeah,
and
I'm
lonely.
comfortable. I'm comfortable with it. I know we can work through it and do it whatever arises. It's just like I'd rather not inconvenience myself. Yeah. That's what it was. I wish I could say more about the TDY as far as the professional side. It's just I think for what do they call it? OPSEC, operation security reasons, I should be vague. But
Yeah.
just so you know, it wasn't all that eventful. Again, was not super eventful. Although I will say this, and I don't give a fuck if I'm allowed to say it or not. On the very last day of my work, I got to fly and I got to shoot. So take that as you will. But I shot Big Gun Go Boom
Uh huh.
in the air, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I honestly forgot to take pictures and record because I was so excited in the moment and just like my head was I was just yeah, no, I completely forgot. I had brought my phone with me and everything. I forgot.
It's like nobody would even know that you ever did anything because you just don't have pictures for anything.
I did that, but that's the thing, right? I took pictures all over of everything and I sent them
You
to
got
her.
from Google.
I I mean then yeah, they very well could be. But like every time I took a picture within if I took one picture, I'm usually just sending it immediately. Or if I know I'm about to take like a spam of pictures, I sent them all at once to her. But like she can testify in my favor. I was just sending her lumps and lumps of pictures,
Mm-hmm.
none of which I was in. So honestly,
Yeah.
I have to admit
They're
I
just a
did get
bunch of
them off of
stock
Google.
photos.
Yeah. Yep. I went on Pinterest and I'm like Vienna, Austria.
Yeah.
It was overall a fun experience, I guess. Again, probably like a 6 out of 10. But I had a good time. I got to meet new people, work with them. I would say they're good. I found out at the very end that one of them had a girlfriend. I don't know. That was just a random fact to point out and learn. I learned it in the very last hour that I was probably ever going to see that guy. Like the whole time that we were there, and it's not like I'm trying to point this out as if he was acting crazy, because no, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. It's just that he didn't really ever reveal any kind of super personal information about himself. So like to find out in the very last hour before we arrived back home that he has a girlfriend, I was like, oh, that's good to know. The fuck? And then the other guy was engaged. The other one's been married for a while. It's like, yeah, no, they're good dudes to hang out with, and I hope to see them again around base somewhere. Maybe work with them again because I did like them. Um, yeah, fun times. But I'm super glad to be back again. Super glad to be back. I missed her. I missed that stinky, that chubby, big Lizzo fathead, and
Yeah.
taking a nap over there. I missed them both dearly. And again, we are going to get back on track with the YouTube thing. I remember the hashtag, guys. Help us.
Help break us free. Is that what it was?
The hashtag help us break free 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Spread it everywhere because I don't want to be in the military. I don't want to be in the Air Force anymore. Please help.
We'll come back to this next month and see where
Yeah.
we're at.
That's all I gotta say. Glad to be back. We're gonna be posting, getting back to the shit with the shorts and the TikTok, and we're gonna full send it.
Yep.
In the gym. I hope you guys, because I know I talked to you guys about it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you guys to get back on the workout grind with the both of us. So I hope you guys are continuing on with your fitness journeys as well. If you started it at all, if you haven't, now's a good time as any to start. So let's all get back in the gym. Let's build up those muscles. And don't forget to do cardio, guys.
It's the most important one.
Yeah, that's the most important one. Don't forget to do cardio. Run, get on an elliptical bike, maybe shoot some hoops for like 30 minutes. Like do something to get you moving. Yeah, that's all we got to say for now. We are on time to go to the gym, so time for you to go away.
You should go to the gym too.
Yeah, you should. Oh, yeah. Hey, right now, let's all just go to the gym. After we finish this, let's go to the gym. Let's do it.
Yep.
If you don't, I will find out. Come to your house. I'll kill you, allegedly.
Oh, alrighty.
They say it's okay as long as you say allegedly.
Uh-huh.
Allegedly. I will do horrible things to you. Allegedly.
Oh my. And on that note, we are going to sign off, guys.
Yes.
Gosh, I already forget how the ending goes here. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify. Did you fart again?
Stinky boy, you fart.
You fart?
Yes, he fart. Stinky.
Yeah. Do all the things. Like it up all over the place. Subscribe. So
Yes, if you haven't already subscribed, and if you don't mind sharing us with your family or friends, or family and friends or friends, yeah, let's get this thing out there so we can break free.
Free? What's that song?
What?
There's a song like that, isn't there? Oh no, I'm thinking of Free Falling. Never mind.
Okay.
Wrong lyrics. Anywhoosies, we are out of here, people. We will see you on Tuesday for the vloggy vlog.
Yes.
Peace out.
Ciao.